all laughing aside, that could be dangerous. That could be really dangerous. People who have just been loving or concerned or cared about me in the past have gotten killed. Now, I have amazing, phenomenal, unlimited power now. I can take care of my husbands till it would scare anything now. But watch out walking into just anybody's area and talking. That was funny. So, apparently, I love chewing ice. My weird alien problem, my God. Apparently, a gentleman wanted to just find out the truth or know the truth. Well, he came around where I was this one day, and he kept guessing and he kept guessing until I said, yeah, that's where I live. What he was picking was the general area where I live. And I was like, yeah, that's the corner. That's the upper right-hand corner, or way up. You drive way up and it's up in the corner. That's the area where I live. Well, he picked a house. He picked a house where he was pretty sure it was the alien house, where the gods and the angels and the aliens congregate. That must be the house. But instead of like trying to figure it out, instead of waiting until people answer like weird aliens and keep trying to dig information to figure out whether they're going to tell the truth, instead of doing what somebody smart would do when they know gods are trying to hide or somebody's trying to hide, instead of smart stuff, they decided to be slick giants that walk up to the neighbor and pretty much ask the neighbor, hi, what's it like to be such an alien? I could just imagine my neighbors. I'm not an alien. I was watering my damn flowers. I'm going back in the house now. You know? Before you go into the before you go into the Frank Sinatra community, they're not all aliens, and they don't all work with gods, and they don't all hide angels in their houses. It's not the Frank Sinatra community of the weirdo god people. So, you know, I know it's fun to find a real God, and it's fun to find a house of a real God. But that said, I mean, we're gods that are down here to fight. Countries have murdered the death of God. You know, the house is a strategic, scary place. In a world where I know I'm the enemy in this area. So it's, you know, you're not just going to walk up and be like, you know, how's it going, community? So everybody knows where God's just raging through the rooftop or something. It's not exactly that easy. Now, if you find a neighbor that knows which one is me, you know, they might tell you, maybe. But they'll hint and hint, and they'll, like, ask questions to figure out you ain't some fucking weirdo or something. Or, you know, they might not tell you easily. They might be more like, well, why would you want to know? Or, like, why would I know? Or, and you know, try to see if they believe in the person. You know, if you love your neighbor, you're not just going to be like, oh, yeah, you know, Mr. Famous blah, blah, blah right here. You wouldn't do that. You'd be like, well, this is my friend, and they're a famous person. They're always harassed and bothered till they sometimes are on medication about being bothered so much. You know, I'm not going to just tell you I'm going to ask you some questions and figure out if I want to maybe tell my famous friend that you're around poking around, or maybe if it sounds like you really are an amazing good person and you really do know him, I might tell you who my little famous friend is or whatever. See, a good neighbor that knows isn't just going to tell you in 2 seconds either. Not necessarily, because they know that gods are in a predicament. I mean, look at me. I live like shit, while my omnipresence gets to live great, and my statue gets worshipped like fuck. You know, even if I don't bombard my neighbors with the negatives of my existence, I bet they're not dumb shits. I bet they realize that there's not a lot of positives, but there sure seems to be a lot of negatives. Because how depressing is that you have enough money somehow to be at the Frank Sinatra area, but you have to live like a poor, degraded idiot nothing called Bonnie on the Facebook. You know what? If my neighbors love me, they're a little concerned as to why you're poking around. They already know the Bonnie has enough nightmares and problems of its own and is an actual dead god. So they're not going to be like, well, let me just tell you how to go make her life more miserable than it is. Oh, let me go tell you how to make all of our lives miserable by telling you where to stalk in this area all the time. They're going to try to make sure that you're something real. Like, you're not going to sit there and, like, play games, you know, bother the nations. Like, they're going to make sure you belong somewhere and that you're a good enough person for them to tell you things. That's how normal good people work. When they care, like, and I've got some pretty beautiful neighbors. You know, they wouldn't just wake up and make sure a bunch of random weirdos were at anybody's doorstep. And they wouldn't make sure a bunch of random weirdos were stalking the community all day. So they're gonna make sure who the hell you are and why the hell you want to know anything. So right there, you're not gonna walk up and know which alien house and all the details of the alien house and welcome to there's over here in the corner an alien house. You know, you're gonna have to qualify yourselves and quantify your value and shit before they're gonna tell you nothing. So sorry, but boy, that guy was funny though. I was thinking out loud, man, I should just lure in the nations and be like, no, yeah, everything is the alien. Now go knock on neighbor doors. Oh, so priceless. That's better than watching little kids go trick or treat. That's better than the movie. The guy actually did that. Oh, man. And, you know, did my neighbor say, I'm watering the flowers, I'm not an alien, I didn't command a god yesterday, I'm going back into my house as a human. Thank you. I don't know what my neighbor said. I'm just making shit up because, like, instantly I just started laughing. I haven't laughed like that in a while. Like, that was a good laugh. I felt the wholeheartedness of that laugh. That was funny as hell. That guy was harassing my neighbors trying to find out the 411 on the alien downloads. And it's like, but how are you going to be on the down low? You can't even do anything incognito, right? Like, man, buddy, I don't know if a God would talk to you in the first place. You're a little too obvious. And, like, if gods are going through shit, if somebody was going through shit, like you ain't conducive to a God wanting to invite you in, buddy, because you're kind of loosey-goosey. But, like, that was funny. I thought it was hilarious. And I told him where the house was. Like, I told him the area. How could you not know which one's the alien? How could you think humans are the alien? But then it's so funny. You're like, wow, they think humans are the aliens. I gotta play games in this. This is too funny. But no, the humans are not the aliens. But, like, how do they not know which one's me? But, like, I don't want to stand out that much. And I don't want to know just anybody. And he is funny. He's actually worthy to find me. But boy, that guy can't find a needle in the haystack. because he can't even find the obvious at the top of the haystack. Oh, that's funny, though. That guy's entertaining, though. We gotta play games with him before we lead him to God houses. He's just too fun. That guy's fun. Because you're like, buddy, I'm a god. How could you not notice? So, neighbor, what's going on with this God house nightmare shit? What's up? So, you're an alien. You know, on the flip side, I really want to watch Dumb and Dumber. And I really wish they'd make a movie about really stupid detectives.